Alright. Welding pipelines and related facility AIPI, American Petroleum Institute Standard 1104. Qualification or welder. General purpose of the welder qualification is to determine the ability of the work, make sound butt fillet welds using previously qualified procedure. Before any procedure welding is performed, welders should be qualified in accordance with the applicable requirements of 6.2 through 6.8. Is the intent with the standard of the welder satisfactory complete with the procedure qualification testing as qualified welder provided with the number of test specimens required by 6.5 has been removed, tested, and meet the acceptance criteria of 5.6 for each welder. Prior to starting the qualification testing, the welder shall be allowed reasonable time to adjust the welding equipment to be used. The welder shall use the same welding technique procedure with the same speed he will use for the passes that test. Permitted to do production welding qualification of the welder shall be conducted in presence of the representative acceptable to the company. Welders shall qualify for welding, performing a test on segment of pipeline nipples, full-size pipe nipples, and or such specified in 621. Welding segments of pipe nipples as those shall be supported with a typical flat and vertical overhead are produced. Essential variable in accordance with the procedure welding qualification are not identical. Essential variables for welding qualification are specified in 622 and 632. 6.2, single qualification general. Single qualification shall make with a test weld with a qualified procedure joint pipe nipple segments for the pipe nipples. Welders shall make a butt weld in either rolled or fixed position. Welders shall be qualifying with a fixed position. Axis for the pipe shall be horizontal plane. In the vertical plane and climb the horizontal plane at an angle no more than 45 degrees. The welding single qualification test branch connection fillet welds or other similar configurations filed with specific procedure specification changing the essential variables described in 6.2 require qualification of the welder. Weld shall be acceptable if the meets requirements 6.4 through 6.5 or 6.6. Scope. A welder who has successfully completed with the qualification test in 6.2.1 shall be qualified with limits for the essential variables described below. Following essential variables are changed, the welder using the new procedure shall be requalified. Changing one of the welding procedures to another welding process with a combination of processes as follows. A change from one welding process to a different welding process changes the combination welding processes unless the welder is qualified to separate the qualification test to use each of the welding processes that are to be used with a combination welding process. B. A change in the direction welding the vertical uphill and vertical downhill, vice versa. Change of filler metal classification group 1 and 2 and group 3. From 3 to 1 or 1 or 2. Change that one outside diameter group to another. These groups are defined as follows: outside diameter less than 2.375 inches, outside diameter from 2.375 to 12.750 inches, outside diameter greater than 12.750 inches. Change from one wall thickness group to another. Groups are defined as follows: nominal pipe size, pipe wall thickness is 0.1 88 inches, nominal pipe wall thickness from 0.188 inches through 0.750 inches, nominal pipe wall thickness greater than 0.75 inches, and change of the position from the which the welder has already qualified. For example, the change for the rolled or fixed, or for change from vertical to horizon, vice versa. Welder successfully passed with the butt weld qualification test fixed position axis, including 45 degree and from horizontal plane, shall be qualified to do butt welds, lap fillet welds, and in all position change with the joint design. For example, elimination of the backing string, changing V or to U bevels, multiple qualification gym with a multiple qualification welder successfully complete for the two tests described below using the qualified procedure. For first test, welder shall be make a butt weld in the fixed position with the axis pipe either the horizontal incline with the horizontal plane with the angle not more than 45 degrees. The butt shall be made within pipe with the outside diameter less than 6.625 inches and with a wall thickness of 0.25 of an inch with a wall without back stripping. The welding should be acceptable to meet the requirements of 6.4, 6.8 either of 6.4 and either 6.5 or 6.6. Specimen may be removed with the test weld location shown in Figure 12, but may be selected with the relative location shown in Figure 12. But with a reference on top of the pipe, the may be selected with the location space for the equal distance around the entire pipe circumference. Sequence essential adjacent specimen typically show the identical shown in Figure 512 various pipe diameters. For the second tip, the welder will lay out, cut out, and fit in the well with a full-size branch on pipe connection. The test should be performed with a pipe diameter less than 6.625 inches and with a nominal wall thickness of a quarter of an inch. Full-size hole shall be cut in the run with a weld shall be made with the run pipe at the axis of the horizontal position branch pipe axis extending vertical down from the run. The finished weld shall exhibit a neat, uniform, warm, workman-like appearance. Weld should exhibit a complete penetration around the entire circumference of the completed root bead. Shall not contain any of the burn through any more than a quarter inch. The sum of the maximum dimensions separated from repaired burn throughs. Any continuous 12-inch length of the weld shall not exceed 1/2 inch. For nick break, specimens shall be removed from the weld at location shown Figure 10. The should be prepared and tested in accordance with 581, 582. The exposed surface shall meet the requirements of 583. Alright, 632 scope. The welder has successfully completed the butt weld qualification test described in 631. The pipe at the outside of the diameter greater equal than 12 3/4 of an inch at the full-size branch connection of the pipe outside of the diameter greater equal to 12 3/4 of an inch shall be qualified and weld all position, all weld thickness of the joint, design fittings of all pipe diameters. Welder has successfully completed butt weld branch connections requirements of 631. Piping of the outside diameter less than 12 3/4 of an inch shall be qualified to weld in all positions on all weld thicknesses, joint design fittings on all pipe outside diameter less than or equal to greater diameter using welding qualification testing. Any of the following essential variable to change with the procedure specification welder. Either the new procedure shall be requalified. Changing one welding procedure with another welding process combination processes is followed with the change of the welding process of the different welding processes. Change with the combination welding process unless the welder qualified separate qualification tests, each using the same welding procedure that is used for the combination welding procedure. Welding process. Change the directional welding of the vertical uphill, vertical downhill, vice versa. Change for the filler metal classification group 1 and 2, group 3 and group 3 to 1 or 2. 6.4 visual examination. For qualification testing, weld meet the requirements for a visual examination. Weld should be free from cracks, inadequate penetration, burn through. It must represent a neat workman-like appearance. Depth undercutting adjacent with the final bead with the outside of the pipe shall not be more than 1/32 of an inch or 12.5% of the pipe wall thickness. Whichever is smaller, there shall not be more than 2 inches of the undercutting in a continuous 12-inch length of the weld. Semi-automatic, automatic welding, which is used with the filler wire protruding in the inside of the pipe shall be kept at the minimum. Failure to meet the requirements of the subsection shall be adequate to cover the limitation of additional testing. And it shows your top pipe net break. See note 2 root bend under 2.357 top and pipe by root bend side by nick break root bend, and then the root bend side nick break test top of the pipe and all four corners of 12.75. 12.12 and 3/4 inch pipe. 6.5 destructive testing. 6.51 to simple sampling a test butt weld. To test a butt weld, sample shall be cut with each test weld, then shown the location which the specimen can be removed. The test specimen complete with a circumferential weld. If the test weld consists of a segment of the pipe nipples and approximately equal number of the specimens shall be removed in each of the segment, the total number of specimens of the test shall be submitted or shown figure table 3. Specimen shall be air cooled with the ambient temperature prior to testing for the pipe at the outside diameter less than or equal to 1.315 inches. On full pipe section, specimen may be submitted with a root bend nick break specimen. Full specimen shall be tested in accordance with the 5622 and shall meet the requirements of 653. 652 tensile strength nick break bend test procedure butt weld. Specimen shall be prepared with a tensile strength nick break and bend test. The test shall be performed as described in 5.6. However, the purpose of the welder qualification is not necessary to calculate the tensile strength with the coupons. Tensile strength may even be omitted, in which case some specimen designated testing shall be subjective nick break test. 653 tensile strength test requirement butt welds. Tensile strength for the tensile strength test, any of the reduction section of the specimen full section specimen breaks in the weld, a junction of the weld, the parent material, and fails, meets the soundness requirements of 5633, where the welder shall not be disqualified. 654. Nick brake test requirements of the butt weld. Nick brake test in any specimen shall show imperfection exceeding allowed was allowed in 5633. The welder shall be disqualified. 655. Bend test requirements of butt welds. For the bend test specimen shall the imperfections exceed the allowed in 5643 and 5653. But the welder shall be disqualified. Welders in high test pipe may not bend to the full U shape of the weld. Shall be considered acceptable to the specimen with the cracking of the broken part of the exposed with the script that meet the requirements of 5633. If one bend test specimen fails to meet the requirements of the company's opinion of the imperfection observed with the not representative of the weld test specimen may be replaced by an additional specimen cut adjacent to the one over the failed. The welder shall be disqualified if the additional specimen also shows an imperfection exceeding the specified limits. 565. Sample of testing fillet welds. Test fillet weld specimen shall be cut. Each test weld with the figure 10 show the location which specimens are removed. If the test weld is complete, circumferential weld with test weld shall consist of weld segment pipe nipples approximately equal to the number of the specimen be removed from each segment. These specimens shall be air cooled to the ambient temperature prior to testing. Table 3 shows your type of the number of the butt weld specimen per welder for welder qualification testing and instructive production welds. Inches and outside diameter millimeters. Tensile strength. Nick brake test. Root bend. Face bend. Side bend. Total. Alright, 657, the test method for the requirements of fillet welds. Fillet weld specimens shall be prepared with the test performed in 5.8 and 6.6. Radiographic butt welds only. General accompanying opinion. A company's option qualification welding may be examined radiograph on lieu of the test specified in 6.5, 6.6. 2. Inspection requirements. Radiographs shall be made with each of the fillet welds. Welders shall be disqualified in any of the test methods that would not meet the requirements of 9.3. Radiographic inspection should not be for the purpose of location sound areas are to contain imperfections. Subsequent making tests such areas of qualifying disqualifying welder. 6.7. Retesting. If multiple opinion with the company with the contractor represents a welder failed with the pass the qualification because of the unavoidable condition of the condition beyond his control, the welder may be given a second opportunity to qualify. No further retest shall be given. The welder has submitted proof that the subsequent welding training is acceptable to the company. 6.8. Record. The record shall be maintained with the test given to each of the weld and the detailed result of each test. If are similar, shown figure 5.2 should be used. The former should be developed and suitable to need of the individual company, but then must sufficiently detail to demonstrate that the qualification test must requirements of the standard list of qualification welders. Procedures for which they are qualified shall be maintained. Welder may requalify if the question arises about his competency. Chapter 7. Design, preparation, and joint for production welding.